Crafters, thanks for joining me here in the attic. So pull up a chair, grab your favorite beverage, and we'll get to crafting and memory keeping. Welcome back to week 5 of the hashtag AWoodlandSteampunkSpring. Technically, this collaboration did go for 4 weeks. Week 1, we did ideas for signatures. Week 2, we did ideas for embellishments. And week 3, we did journal covers. And week 4, we did binding and completing your journal. This is a collaboration put on by Stacy over at Crafty Dragon Creations and Karin at Creative Paper Artisan. There has been freebies each week in all of the collaborators' social media groups. There will be a link down in the description box where you can go over and still grab those freebies until the end of the month. Also, still grab the 2 kits that we worked with on sale until the end of the month. Stacy had Steampunk Woodland and Karin had Steampunk Forest. Both of these kits work really well together, so you could grab both of them or either one and create beautiful projects. There still is a little bit of time until the 30th to go over and make sure you've watched everybody's videos and liked, subscribed, and commented on each one of the videos to be entered into the giveaway. The collaborators are Stacy with Crafty Dragon Creations, Karin at Creative Paper Artisan. Val did have to drop out, so you won't be finding the videos for her. Teri with Sweetpea Papers, myself here at Lottie's Magic Attic, Santhini with Sannie Creates, and Susan with I Turtley Love It. So if you have watched all the videos, made sure you liked, subscribed, and commented on each of them, you have been entered into the giveaway that Karin and Stacy will be doing at the end of the month. If you've posted using the hashtag AWoodlandSteampunkSpring in either Crafty Dragon Creations or Creative Paper Artisans Facebook groups, you did get an extra entry into the giveaway. So for week 5, most of us have been going back and doing flip-throughs of our projects. If you followed along with me, you'll know that I did 5 folios for this collaboration. I couldn't decide on which papers I wanted to use. They were all so beautiful. So I broke the papers up into themes and I created a folio for each one of the themes. I'm going to flip through and talk through one of the flip throughs, and then I'll add music and speed up for the others. Let me set these aside really quick. So the one that I'll talk through is the one I did for fairies. For each one of the folios, I did add a charm dangle onto the spine of the closure. Here I did a little knotwork, a fairy wing, and a crystal. For these folios, the idea came to me when my daughter was small. She loved the Spiderwick Chronicles, and Arthur Spiderwick's journal that he put up together with all the fairy creatures and stuff is kind of my baseline for how I wanted to create these. So there will be a lot of writing space in here, and I created them kind of like so that they would be like field notes to take notes when you were observing the different creatures in this woodland steampunk forest. I used some of the Tim Holtz Field Notes stamps in a lot of the pages. Here I created a little corner tuck pocket with some of the background paper and a little journaling card where I used some of the tags. And throughout these journals you'll see that I used some copper foiled tape to accent some of the decorations. And again, I did want to leave plenty of writing space because I wanted this to be like a Fields Notes journal. Over here I did a little belly band that I added some steampunk gears with some brads, and then just a little journaling notepad here. Added some ribbon trim to the edge of the paper. Another corner tuck pocket here, but it's kind of an up tuck, and a journaling card. More of that copper tape. Again, some more stamping with the Fields Note stamps. Pocket with a journaling card. Pocket here that I just inserted the tag strip so you could journal on the backs of those. Here I used some Tim Holtz transparency style ephemera. Here I created a side tuck and a little tab there that you can use as a journaling card. I used some of the labels that I created during Ephemera Week that I made with the aluminum tape and the alcohol inks. Again, I did bind this with brad so that these pages can be taken out and either replaced or added to. Little pocket here with a tag, and did a little lace tag pull there. Corner cluster here that I made a tuck spot with a little tag, and used some wooden embellishments here to kind of mimic fairy wings. Did a side tuck here with another tag. Used some coffee dyed paper and embellishments there with a tiny attacher. Here I used one of the slides that I think it was in Stacy's kit. I just glued some acetate to the front and made a pocket here to where this card could come in and out. Attached some more lace trim here. Did a belly band with some more of those tags that I made. I did some index file note cards and just grunged those up and distressed those with the oxide spray. I think I used Vintage Photo. Another journaling card there to go under the belly band. Here I just attached a tag to make like a little cluster. Used a brad so that that paper gear does spin. Used one of the journaling cards here as a corner tuck and a vellum tag with a little yarn tag pull. A little cluster here, another cluster here. Did a pocket here with a little mini tag. And then on my back pocket, I added another one of those distressed index cards. So that's for folio for the fairies. I'm going to add music here in just a minute. I want to just show you briefly each folio and the embellishment. This is the folio for the woodland animals, and I did a little fox charm here. For the one that I was doing like homes and habitats, I did a little steampunk heart, kind of like home is where your heart is. For the wings of flight one, I did a steampunk bird. And lastly, for the gnomes, I did a little Tim Holtz charm, Go See Explore, the compass, and a little axe. So now I'm going to just flip through these pretty quickly, just showing you what I put in them, and I'll add some music and then come back. I've enjoyed these last 5 weeks of the hashtag AWoodlandSteampunkSpring, I want to thank Stacy and Karin both again for inviting me to participate in this collaboration. I've had a lot of fun making these little folios. Again, if you've missed any of the videos, you still have a couple more days to go in, watch those videos, like and comment on them to be entered into the prizes, and be sure to hit the subscription button and the notification bell so you'll be notified the next time I put up any new content. And so until I see y'all again here in the attic, y'all take care.